Thank you for joining us and welcome to this edition of The Overtime, Northern Arizona's only sports show. I'm your host, Sam Oceans. We have a packed show for you tonight with a lot of local sports action, and joining me is sports reporter Matt Stern. Matt, how's it going?
Sam, I'm excited to be here. This is our last show of 2015. I'm excited to talk about Flagstaff sports one last time this year.
Well, let's get down to business then and hit our first topic of the night. NAU Icejacks are coming off a big win of 11-3 last Saturday against San Diego State University. Matt, what should we expect in the second half of the season?
Sam, the Icejacks just finished their first half of the season last weekend, and they have finally put together a string of wins to finish the first half on a positive note. Early in the season, the Icejacks started off very slow with a 3-8-1 record at the end of October. But since then, it seems like they have finally found the groove. Once the calendar turned over to November, the Icejacks have won 8 of their last 10 games, which included the last weekend's 2-game sweep over San Diego State. Now, the key to their turnaround has been the return of some important players in Cameron McDonald and Zach Fader, who were major contributors to last year's national tournament team. Now, looking forward to the second half of the season, I expect the Icejacks to continue right where they left off and continue to keep on winning. They return to the ice January 14th against Weber State at J. Lively Ice Arena.
Matt, I could not agree with you more. The Icejacks beat San Diego State over the weekend in a 3-1 win, and then they really put the hurt on the Aztecs with an 11-3 win that saw Thomas Ferrier get his first hat trick of the season. This weekend could be the push the Jacks need to get back on track. Let's move along to the hard floor for high school men's basketball. Coconino is set to play Paradise Valley tonight. Matt, how do you think the team will do this season?
Yeah, Sam, I think it is too early in the season to tell how good this Coconino team can really be. Now, having said that, I think the Panthers look really good early on, but have a lot to improve on. So far in this young season, the schedule favors them as they start the season with their first 5 games being at home. Now, the defense looks to be their calling card early on in the season, but they need to improve offensively. They are a little bit undersized, which puts them at a disadvantage, but they do a good job of defending the perimeter. Now, offensively, they need to work on moving the ball more fluidly, and they need to do a better job of spacing the floor. If they can improve in these areas, they will find themselves being able to create easier shots for themselves. Now, I'm optimistic that Coconino will improve as the season progresses, Sam.
Well, Matt, with the Panthers looking a little stronger than last year's team, the Flagstaff Eagles might have some tough competition ahead. But in the meantime, they were looking to get back on track after a loss last week. The Eagles dominated Westwood to the tune of 57-35. The offense was led by senior forward Brett Morrow as the 6'7" forward put up 14 points in the win. And now for the girls. The Lady Eagles continue to roll. Matt, what do you think the Eagles need to do to stay hot?
As I expected, the Lady Eagles are rolling right off the bat. Now, last season, these Lady Eagles came within a couple of games in of playing in a state championship game, and they are picking up right where they left off last year. They are undefeated so far this season, and they have been dominant in all of their games. I am really interested to see how these Lady Eagles perform in the Pepsi Holiday Invitational, which will feature some of the best teams in the state. So, to me, this will be a good test to see how good this team is and what they will need to prove upon as the season moves forward.
Well, Matt, now like the boys, the Flagstaff girls basketball team is also having a great start to their season. After dominating Westwood, Monique Ware dropped 21 points for the Eagles. This team looks like it's on a mission and like they could be a force this season yet again. And for our last topic, NAU Volleyball's Janae Vanderploeg. After this team was named Big Sky Conference champions, Janae was also awarded some big titles. Matt, can you discuss Vanderploeg and the accolades she and her team won?
All I can say about this team is, wow, what a season for these Lady Jacks, both collectively and individually. This team just keeps on making history. In case you haven't heard about these Jacks, let me fill you in. They have won 17 straight matches and cruised to a Big Sky tournament title. They then headed to LA for the Big Dance, which marks the first time in 16 years they have made an appearance in the national tournament. This is also only the second time in school history a team from NAU has made it this far. Now, they would begin tournament play against the University of San Diego, but unfortunately, they lost their opening match in straight sets, ending their pursuit to a national title. However, a loss would not stop these Jacks at making history yet again, this time on the individual level. Now, when I think of NAU volleyball, I think of one player, Janae Vanderploeg. She was recently named AVCA All-Regional First Team, becoming the first NAU player in school history to receive such honors. Congratulations to Janae Vanderploeg and the rest of the NAU volleyball team on a historic season.
Well, I couldn't agree more. She will go down as one of the greats in NAU history, and so will this team. Now, coming up after the break, our very own Zach Warhack is taking on NAU tennis star Marta Lewandowska. Don't go anywhere.